Hello everybody, this is the Golden Lock Picker, and I'm back at you here with another lock and device today. What I have for you guys is a treat. It's a Squire 440, and the reason that this lock is a treat is it's a little bit different than what I featured on this channel before. But first, let's get into the lock and talk about it a little bit. This is a Squire lever lock. It is a Old English series or line of locks. It's the 440. It's a 4-lever lock, meaning that it has 4 levers that have to be specifically lifted up to a certain point before the bar or locking mechanism that's in place against the shackle here is retractable and will allow you to unlock the lock. What's special about this particular lock versus anything else that I've shown on this lock or lock picking channel before is lever locks are not like standard pin tumbler locks. Lever locks like this have been around way before pin tumbler locks, at least in terms of production. I think the idea or concepts, there's differing opinions on dates on those, but these lever locks, for example, Squire has been making lever locks since literally 1780. And they say so right on the back of this lock. It's actually printed on the back there. So once we get through picking this, we'll actually flip that over and take a look at it. It's kind of a fascinating lock design because you see a lot of these kind of things in older movies, maybe even in stuff that's based not only in England but also even in the Wild West, because even in America some of the earliest locks were lever locks, and even in some of our homes there are some older houses that actually still have lever locks in them, especially museums and other homes that may have been preserved, the locking mechanisms that were in them. And that's actually one thing that kind of caught my attention with this was when I was a kid. I can remember going to my grandparents' house, and they actually had, when they sold off all of their farm equipment and moved into town, they bought a home, and when we went there, the home had little lever locks in it, and you can usually identify them because they have sort of this almost skeleton key kind of look to them like that. And the reason why is because a lever lock has to have some kind of a post like this at the center of the key, whether the key goes all the way through to the back like this one, and it actually pokes out of the back of the lock and it helps to align it so that way it's at the proper depth. Or some of them will actually have a post sticking out, and then the key goes over the post to make sure it sits at the proper height and angle. As you turn the key over, these little notches in here interact with these levers that are right about here and this direction, and then in the back of them are springs that push against the body. Once they get to the correct height, once we turn this over, then the bolt is retracted, and that allows us to actually lift the lever. And you can see, the shackle, and you can see that the shackle actually has a little bit of a notch in it there, and that's where that sliding bolt actually comes across and goes back into it. So we'll actually put it back there, we'll lock it back up, and now that we're locked, we'll check the shackle, and we are definitely locked, so we'll go ahead and put that down there. For picking tools today, I'm actually going to be using something I just recently did an unboxing video for. These are custom handmade tools that I had made for me by a fellow YouTuber by the name of Nigbee. Please feel free to go check him out, check his channel out. He doesn't run a website for anything. He does these kind of as one-offs. But if you're interested in lever lock picking, definitely check him out. Also DMAC, quite a few other good channels out there to look for this stuff. Lock Noob has stuff as well, and I'm sure you can also find that as well through Bosnian Bill. He has a great one on making the tools yourself to some degree, but I would challenge you, you'll be hard pressed to make tools as fine as Nigbee is making here. They're just beautifully polished, very nice silver soldered, and This one was custom made for me with a resin inlay. So let's go ahead and get to picking here. We're going to stick in our tensioning tool, and it's going to go all the way to the back. And after we stick that in there, we're going to then take our picking tool and insert that with it. And we will go ahead and turn this over. We're going to try and put as much tension on there as it can, since it seems like, at least in my very limited experience here, this lock tends to like a lot of tension. So we'll go ahead and turn that so we can kind of get a little bit of a focus there, and we'll get to picking. So on the front, feels like it got, there we go. Looks like we may have already got it. And we are now turned over, and there you go. It literally was that easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that very last one there towards the front actually set it off, and we got it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the new content I'm going to try to bring to you for a different kind of lock picking. And big, huge thank you to Nigbee for making these tools. And I am so grateful for this, because not only does this open up a new avenue of lock picking for me, but it helps to fulfill a little bit of a childhood memory. I have fond memories of going around my grandparents' house with a pair of, I think they were, hairpins or something like that, telling myself I was gonna unlock or lock these locks, and obviously I never could. But I find that fascinating that, kind of come full circle and was able to actually do that here now with a lever lock. So hopefully for you guys, I'll not only be bringing you more of these lever locks, like the Squire Old English series, but eventually maybe even some other ones, some higher level ones like a Chubb lock or Union locks, and as well as some mortise locks like that are still in use today over in the UK, and some doors that you can see over there. And as well, there's some lever locks or lever locks from India as well. I'll try to get some of those here on the channel. And I think the other one that I'm really, really pumped up for, there are some antique lever locks from here in the United States that are kind of an interesting part of our history that could be fun to pick and get into. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you're curious about this lock, you can find out more information on lpubelts.com. This was a yellow belt lock on Lock Pickers United. And this is my first lever lock that I have unlocked, or picked, I should say. And you guys got to be present for it in the day that I've done it. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you like, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe. And also go and check out Nigbee and his channel, and do him a favor and like and subscribe to his channel. Thank you guys. Have a good day.